All right. I am now live. Yep, I am. Hello, Radical Charge. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. We have some pretty interesting stuff going on today, so that's why I'm live. I haven't been live for a little bit because weather has been really inactive. So, yeah. Let me get this thing announced and then all right. I'm doing well. That is good to hear. Anyways, so I'm gonna go and get started on this on the Storm Prediction Center. So here's what they have to say for today's severe weather outlook. As we see, we are right now seeing a slight in Oklahoma and parts of the panhandle of Texas. And then just outside of that in the dark green, a marginal risk is issued by the Storm Prediction Center, of course. So let's go and take a look at the 4-panel. So as we're seeing right now, this is for the tornado outlook. As we are seeing a 5% tornado risk in the brown right there. And just outside of that, in the green, we are seeing a 2% tornado risk. So tornadoes are possible today. Hail outlook, we are seeing a 15% hail risk for that today. And just outside of that, in the green, we are seeing a 5% hail risk. And then for wind, of course, we are seeing a 15% chance for wind, and that's why these are mostly issued is because of wind. And then just outside of that, in the green, 5% wind risk. So that's what the Storm Prediction Center does have to say. Hello, Kitty Plays. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. But anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing at the moment. I forgot something. So, I forgot to look at the future models for today. So let's actually go ahead and take a look at NAM 3KM. So here's what the NAM 3KM is saying for today. They're saying that there could be some severe storms pop up in Oklahoma, and then it looks like that there's a line that forms in Texas right there, and that's probably why we have this marginal going all the way down to Texas, is because of the line that does form here. And of course it's probably for wind. That's what most squall lines are. Well, that's the main threat for squall lines anyway, is wind. So or lines like this anyway. So of course wind, probably a big thing. And then it actually goes into Mississippi and Louisiana, Arkansas, which is interesting, but I think that's for tomorrow. That is for tomorrow. So anyways, this is what we're seeing for today. It does look like most of the severe weather threats are in Oklahoma and Kansas that are right there. And then very interestingly, we have snow that comes in behind that. So very interesting to see that. But anyway, so that's what the NAM has to say. That's what the future models have to say for today. So anyway, yeah. All right, this is what we're seeing right now. We are seeing a pretty decent line of storms here. All of them are severe warned. And as I last checked, they were severe warned for 70 gusts. I don't know about that anymore. No, actually. What about this one? Up to quarter size hail. That's what this one here is. Severe warned for. So, hail, rain. And it looks like we have a lot of hail and rain all up and down this line. So, of course, I said hail is a pretty big threat today, along with wind and potential tornadoes. Not the biggest threat today for tornadoes, but there is a threat for that, 5% chance for tornadoes. So that's something that I will keep in mind. So, of course, what we're seeing here, we actually see some potential things of rotation up and down this. This here looks like it could be potential rotation embedded into the squall line, or line of storms anyway. So we have a new severe warning, and that is this one. Severe thunderstorm warning, including Hennessy, Oklahoma, Dover, Oklahoma, and Loyal, Oklahoma until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Winds are up to 60 gusts and hail quarter size possible. And that is for this warning here. So it doesn't look like tornado possible, which is good. But all those things can do damage still. So always good to keep in mind of that. What do we have here? We don't have a tornado possible in this warning at the moment. So it's all for wind right now. 60 gusts mostly. So let's actually go and take a look at the echo tops for this. I'm usually not expecting really high echoes with these. I mean, they're decent anyway. At most of 37,000 in the cell near Ringwood, and Ringwood. So not too bad for echoes. What about up here? 34,000. So 34,000 is decently high. We have some stuff up here too. 37,000, decently high as well. 33,000, decently high. So we're seeing decently high echoes all the way up and down this thing. As I always say in my other streams, echo tops don't always relate to the strength of the storms, which is true. So we're seeing a mesocyclone reading here. I'm really going to keep an eye on rotation because there could be spin-ups that could happen all along this thing. Especially right here, because right here looks kind of interesting. Right here and right here. So I'm going to keep an eye on little things of rotation. So this part of the line right here looks pretty interesting. So does this, actually. Looks like we're seeing maybe a potential hook here. Potential hook. Doesn't look like much tornadic activity is happening. Let's check this radar to see if it's saying anything different. Hold on. Let me see where that was. Yeah, this part of the line does look pretty interesting. And it looks like this part of the line could have some pretty damaging gusts of wind. Right here, anyway. But that's too far. Alright. Let's see what's going on up here. I haven't really looked at what's going on up here. Oh yeah, I did actually, yeah. Yeah, this is the part of the storm that I was saying that we could be seeing some things in rotation. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. And it looks like we have some little showers just south of the line forming up right here, headed up into Oklahoma City. Well, this these showers here look to be heading towards Oklahoma City. Not so much for the line of storms. So yeah, good news for the line of storms. It does look like that they are going to be moving more, passing just north of Oklahoma City. So I guess that's a positive we have today anyway. So it looks like Wichita could be getting something from this line of storms, or they could be experiencing this part of the line here, because it does look to be moving this way, northeast. So hello, Gaming with Messiah. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Anyways, we do have some pretty interesting stuff going on in the Central Plains. We have a pretty decent line of storms in Oklahoma and Kansas. So pretty interesting stuff, and it does look to be moving quite fast. East at 45 miles an hour. Yeah, that's kind of fast, or quite fast anyway. Not as fast as that line of storms we saw about a week ago from now on the East Coast. I remember that. So could this impact DC? Potentially. The storm front could actually impact DC. I could actually show you a model of that right now. Because why not? That's the line of storms right there for tomorrow. So yeah, right there is the line of storms, and then it comes through and moves over Arkansas and Louisiana, moving over Mississippi, kind of as isolated storms. And then it kind of comes over Alabama, Georgia. This is the storm front, by the way. And then it does look to potentially impact DC, but not too much. Just as little showers, it does look to be impacting DC. Go to GFS. I guess we'll take a look at GFS. Doesn't look like much, apparently, according to the GFS in Oklahoma anyway. Looks like DC could be hit by some decent rain right here. Potentially. This is the GFS, so will there be tornadoes? There is a tornado risk right now in Oklahoma, 5% tornado risk. But so far we haven't seen any tornado warnings in the area, so at this point, who knows? But it's still possible, so that's why I'm kind of tornado aware for Oklahoma and Kansas at the moment. So yeah. Interesting stuff going on down here. Those are some pretty decent cells, actually. But yeah, again, fortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to Oklahoma City, or the main line of storms anyway, but we do have some showers that are headed towards Oklahoma City, or some thunderstorms anyway. My mom's sister lives in Oklahoma City. Well, hopefully she knows about this whole severe weather risk, because there is some interesting stuff going on in Oklahoma. It does look like that Oklahoma City is going to be impacted by these storms here. Not the main line of storms, it doesn't look like. Well, there is still all this that could develop. So hopefully they are weather aware. Watch, there's going to be a tornado warning. Who knows? Potentially. So I'm still looking for tornadoes. So why is there still storms in late November? I mean, well, here's the thing. I mean, storms can go year round in, I guess, the South anyway. I mean, there's been tornado outbreaks that have happened in January. So they can go year round, but they're more common in the summer than they are in the winter. So this and this look a little interesting to me. A tornado with snow. Imagine. I mean, who knows about this year? Could happen this year. Who knows? Anyways, so I'm gonna go up here, see what's really going on up here. We have some pretty decent winds here. See what the SVR is saying. 60 gusts. See what this is saying. 60 mile an hour velocity. So yeah, and this looks to be headed for Wichita. Well, this anyway. It doesn't look as severe as what we're seeing down here, which is fortunate. But always good to be weather aware, even though if the worst part of the storm isn't coming towards you. That is a fact. Something looks to me that this is actually potentially going to turn into maybe a line of storms. Yeah, that's all developing into something. What are we seeing down here? Yeah, that's probably a line developing. As I showed on the, not the GFS, the NOM3KM, it shows a really large line in Texas. If we can play that again anyway. Yeah. All right, there. So and it looks kind of similar to what we're seeing right now. All the way from San Angelo all the way up into Oklahoma. Very little lightning in all of these, though. But that does not say everything either. Just tail and wind for that storm. So we're not seeing much tornadic activity at the moment still. So that's good news. But of course, still I am going to keep my eye on this velocity radar so I can see if there's any rotation that pops up anywhere. And then I can spot it. So oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Looks like this warning has been continued. Yeah, it has. Until 5:45 p.m. So this will go on for another 25 minutes. And this one was just continued as well, which will go on for 10 minutes, or, yeah, 10 minutes. So what are we seeing in here? Okay, why is this part not severe warned? Because that looks to be some pretty hefty winds, actually. In there, anyway. Right here, especially. They might issue a warning probably very shortly, which I would not be surprised if they did anyway. So We have some storms developing down here. We have one here developing into something. Let's see what that is looking like right now with the echoes. If that is blowing up a little bit. Not much for tornadic activity anyway. So, yeah, I mean, there's just going to be a bunch of storms blowing up all over the place now, south of Oklahoma City, as we're seeing at the moment. So, I mean, right now there is quite a lot of energy in the Central Plains at the moment. So storms can develop kind of quickly. So yeah, it looks like a line of showers is developing right here. Which looks like it could potentially connect with the line up here. That's kind of what we're potentially maybe seeing right now. So, it looks like these showers are going towards Oklahoma City. So this part's going towards it. About 25 miles south west of Oklahoma City is where these showers are from Oklahoma City. So it looks like that they could be hit by something kind of decent. See about the velocity. Doesn't look as impressive as what we're seeing up here for wind, but that could potentially change as it does move towards Oklahoma City. So that is something to keep in mind, is changing these storms over time, because it can happen. So, but yeah, these showers here are headed towards Oklahoma City. And it does look like maybe the back part of this line here could potentially impact Oklahoma City as well. So they could maybe get, or they could be in a double threat right now. So that's something to keep an eye on right now. The fortunate part right now is that we haven't seen any tornado warnings. And there is a 5% tornado chance. So, if there still is a 5% tornado chance in Oklahoma, but it does seem like the line is kind of out of it. So it goes basically this whole area here is in it. And it looks like that it is out of it. But there is a pretty widespread area of 2% tornado chance, which is pretty much all of this here. Or this whole area anyway. So tornadoes are still possible, which is what I am keeping my eye on right now, is anything or any tornadoes anyway popping up on here. So it doesn't look like much tornadic activity is happening at the moment, but as I said, that could change, and there could be some things of rotation. So always good to keep an eye on that and have that in mind. We do have a TBS right here, which means tornadic vortex signature. Looking at some potential rotation right here. I think that's why we have a TBS. So, hail 1 inch, wind 60 gusts. Yeah, and this is in near Dover, Oklahoma. So, we have an extended severe thunderstorm warning up in Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning including Wellington, Kansas, Belle Plaine, Kansas, and Conway Springs, Kansas until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Winds up to 60 gusts and hail penny size possible. And that is, I believe, for, yep, right here. So yeah, this whole area here will be under a severe thunderstorm warning, as I am seeing right now. And it is for this part of the storm here. It does look kind of impressive. It looks like we did have some severe thunderstorm warnings, where some of them did expire anyway, right here, which is interesting to see that. Yep, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. It's for the whole county, actually. So that is kind of interesting. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, whole county. So still seeing a TVS here near Dover, Oklahoma. And this is in a county of Kingfisher. That's where this SVR is in anyway, the severe thunderstorm warning. So we also have this severe thunderstorm warning as well, which is for quarter-sized hail. So This is a pretty interesting hail core. Hello, this is the first time I have seen any of your content. Well, welcome to the channel. Very glad you're here. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the stream, and turn on post notifications. If you haven't done that already, would be very thankful if you did do that. Also, if you have Discord, be sure to join the Discord server. Life of Weather would also appreciate that as well. Would help support. But anyways, yes, welcome to the channel. Basically, here we just do live streams on severe weather coverage and tropical weather, but I am trying to figure out on how to do winter storms, so that'll be pretty interesting too. So maybe I'll do winter storms once the winter season does come in. So anyways, yeah. So right now we are seeing some pretty interesting stuff going on in Oklahoma. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. We're actually seeing a pretty interesting cell with a very intense hail core. Or it's pretty intense anyway. Saying that there's snow in here, which is interesting. It's probably confusing the snow with hail, so I think that's probably why that's saying that. Wet snow, yeah, that's probably from hail. Big drops. So I'm going to check the echo tops of this. 38,000 feet. Pretty decent, actually. Let's see. Since is not saying much for rotation anyway. Or nothing really tornadic-wise in here anyway. Yeah, that is a decent hail core. And the cell does look to be moving towards Red Rock, Oklahoma, which seems like a small town, which is fortunate. Yeah, very interesting cell though. Hello, NB Origin. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hi, I'm late. That's all right. But anyway, so we're seeing interesting cell right now in Oklahoma, just north of Perry. This is located in Noble County and Garfield County in Oklahoma. So also we're seeing something decent here too. This one's really grabbing my attention though. Yeah. So, yeah, and also we are seeing a big thing of or kind of a line of showers developing, or a line of storms developing, actually, let's say that. All these do have a hail core. Most of them, anyway. Yeah, it's going all the way down to into Texas, and this is actually where the marginal risk extends to. But yeah, well, so far it looks like that the tornado risk hasn't really shown itself too much yet, and don't know if it will actually. So anyways, yeah. There was a guy in your Discord server named Electra Living Weather Sucks. Did you find out who it was and if it was a prank or not? Well, they said it was you, which I probably think it is. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, is it you who did that? So basically, here's what they said. They said, "Hello, I'm new to the server." I said, "Hi, why is your name that? Is it supposed to be a joke or I'm sorry, I'm just curious on why your Discord name is that?" And then they said, "Yes, it's a joke. I am," and they said he's you on the server. So, I mean, I mean, I don't mind if it's a prank, but I mean, it's not really the most respectful thing to do. So, anyway. Gotta be a prank. Yeah, probably is. It's a little disorganized on this radar. This storm. Disorganized for rotation anyway, so. It looks to be expanding out this way, kind of. north of the cell. Yeah, here's the other warning, which it expired, believe it or not. It was me and it was a joke. I knew it was you. I knew it was. It's alright. Anyways, so anyway, we are losing some severe warnings at the moment. OMG, tornado emergency for DC. Joke, of course. Yes. I mean, I would see it on here. I mean, I'd know if you're telling the truth or not. Imagine. I mean, I don't think that's ever happened. A tornado emergency for Washington, D.C. So, I mean, that would be really bad if that happened. Very populated area. But probably won't happen in a very long time, probably. So, I mean, they're kind of rare. Well, tornadoes are kind of rare for DC, so I mean they've happened around DC before, but I mean, I don't think one's touched down in DC for quite a while. OMG, tornado warning for the entire North America. Imagine. Tornado touchdowns absolutely everywhere. That would be bad. So seeing some showers up in Kansas. As I'm saying, this line does kind of look to be losing a little steam at the moment. I mean, down here it looks to be kind of improving. One tornado that's 6,942 miles wide. I mean, that's what it would need for the whole entire continent to be under a tornado warning. Plus, if it was that wide, it would be more like an emergency. Anyway, still seeing a decent hail core in this storm, of course. So doesn't look like too much. We have a mesocyclone rating here, which I don't know why we do. Let's check that out. Potential rotation could be in that. Let's see, TVS false, direction northeast, so I mean, it's a decent looking cell. So right now we're seeing a bunch of isolated storms, plus the squall line. DC is in an emergency action notification. OMG. No, that's a Jim Cantori move. That's what it seems like anyway. A Jim Cantori move. Anyways, it looks like that the line is slowing down kind of a bit. So I think I might stream for a little longer and then I'll probably end it. Unfortunately. Not as much as what I was expecting though. A god stronger than God is Jim Cantori. I mean, that's what you would call like the modern day weather god. Weather channel god. Anyway. Looks like this severe warning has been extended a little longer. Anyway, so I think I'm probably going to go ahead and end this stream now because there's not much really going on. We're only seeing two lines of storms. So, by the way, what state is the line of storms in? It is in Oklahoma and Kansas. This is the main line of storms anyway. This is what caused all of that stuff to happen. But it does look to be weakening substantially. So, anyways, yeah, so how far is the line of storms from Tulsa, Oklahoma? I don't know why I did that. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, the line of storms is about 90 miles away from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they are moving at around a speed of 45 miles an hour. So that'll probably be near Tulsa in about maybe an hour and a half. So 2 hours. This is kind of interesting though. Very decent, very large hail core in this, so right there. And it's all for hail. Well, that's why this warning is still in effect, is for hail. 60 gusts and penny-sized hail. I'm not surprised that that's warned for that. Yeah. Happy early Thanksgiving, y'all. You too. It is almost Thanksgiving. So, yeah. Couple days. I have no idea if they'll extend this warning. They probably could. Very decent hail core though, right here. As I was saying earlier. So, actually, I don't think I'm going to end the stream just yet. Because actually, I am now going to go ahead and talk about future weather. So, I was meaning to do that anyway. So, of course, this is what was happening today. Looks like a big line of storms does develop down there. Would not be surprised if that does happen, but that is all marginal. So, anyways, New York gonna get hit. Actually go and take a look at that right now. Actually, this is a 3 km, and looks like New York City does get impacted by maybe some isolated cells anyway. DC looks to be getting hit by some showers. Nothing too big. Nothing too big weather-wise happening. With severe weather anyway. We always want to keep an eye on that. Keep our eyes on the weather model anyway. in case if something does happen. So here's tomorrow's severe weather outlook. We do only have a marginal risk in I guess the Ohio Valley and deep south anyway. So we're going to take a look at the tornado risk. As we're seeing right now with the tornado risk, we are only seeing a 2% tornado risk in the marginal. Kind of a widespread tornado risk too. Hail risk, less than 5% in all areas. And then for the wind is kind of the main reason why we have the marginal in effect. So anyways, so just the day after that, we only have general thunder risks in effect for everywhere. So but this could be some sort of a severe weather event potentially tomorrow, so guess we'll keep an eye out for that anyway. So let's actually go ahead and take a look at the future cast for tomorrow, just to be safe with that. I should probably do this at the end of every stream, which I don't, but probably would be safe for me to do that. So it looks like a line of isolated storms does develop over Mississippi and Alabama. And it does look like earlier this day there's some potential isolated storms up there, and yeah. So this is for severe weather anyway. So today was a slight risk. Tomorrow will be a marginal risk. Which means that there could be isolated things of severe weather in this area. So something to keep in mind. Actually, I was actually wanting to show you guys something that could potentially happen. This is Windy, by the way. Very good website. Love it for looking at future models. But anyways, so tomorrow looks to be... that's probably why we're seeing the marginal for tomorrow. Because of the wind there. So, but anyways, this is what I was actually wanting to show you guys on here, and it's this whole thing that could happen on Monday the 30th. So yeah, that's spots of this looks to be at 60 gusts. The purple is around 50 gusts. The cyan is 60 gusts. So there could be a potential major wind event for the eastern seaboard on November 30th, but also that's not the only thing that the Euro model is showing. It's also showing potential severe weather in that area on the same day at the same time. So very interesting stuff could happen for the eastern coastline. And the thing is, it's November, which is very interesting to see that severe weather even in the northeast potentially in November. So how much wind for Long Island in the next few days? So I'm going to take a look at wind accumulation. For the next 5 days, Long Island looks to be getting maximum wind gusts of 30. New York City directly, 22 gusts in the next 5 days. The next 10 days looks to be at least 65, 60 gusts. Looks like right here is 59. But yeah, 65 gusts in the next 10 days. This is what the Euro model is showing. So there could potentially be a very large weather event that could occur next Monday for the eastern seaboard. So we're going to take a look at what DC could be seeing. 65 gusts as well. 64. So yeah, a lot of winds could erupt on the eastern seaboard on the 30th. It is still kind of far out, but I'm just going to keep my eye on this because that's a lot of wind, and it's over a large area. Like maybe 2/3 of the eastern seaboard, which is a very large area. So yeah, always good to keep your eyes on things that are kind of far out. This could potentially change. It will change because it is far out. So 6 days in advance, yeah, that's kind of far out. Temperature this day, -60 degrees. Dew point 60 degrees as well. And then a big cold front comes through, or a decent cold front. Freezing temperatures all the way up and down the coastline. And then this is really far out, which all this might not happen, but you never know, it could happen. So yeah, rain accumulation for the next 10 days looks pretty high all over the place. Right here looks to be very high. Almost 6 inches of rain. Which is a lot of rain, by the way. DC, 2.5 inches of rain. And then New York, 2.5 inches of rain as well. So yeah, I guess that was something I was wanting to show you guys, was the one event that could happen. And then there could be a small, the front that's right now in Oklahoma could come up to the eastern seaboard and then impact the East Coast. So could be very interesting. Potentially looks like all the way down into Louisiana could maybe even see snow, which is very interesting, by the way. So we could be in for a potential cold winter, so far on how we're seeing this winter play out. at the moment anyway. So anyways, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. I do thank everyone for joining in to today's stream. Let's go and check out what we're seeing here. Yep, we just lost the severe warning that was here. Was expecting that, but anyways, so here was today's severe weather outlook. So yeah, if you guys haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the stream, and turn on post notifications so you can get notified for my latest streams. Also be sure to join the Life of Weather Discord server. Would be very thankful if you did join that. We try to be kind of active there. So anyways, yeah, would really help support my channel if you did at all. But anyways, yep, it does mark the end of my stream, and I will see you guys maybe soon. So yep, thank you all for joining, and have a good day. See you guys soon.